no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Where are my most beautiful queens in the house? Where are my most beautiful queens in the house?
Everybody, it's your girl Jameela. Welcome to the Queen's Address. Once again, we are in the fireplace space of Paradise Park, Atlanta, with a very special guest. You met her on Whitney's segment. We're back in the place to be with Savannah. How you doing, Savannah?
Oh my gosh, I am doing amazing. I'm resting in my peace and in my bliss, and I'm so happy to welcome you and host you at Paradise Park.
Thank you so much. Thank you for opening your space to us.
Absolutely.
It's been a beautiful day. So can you talk to the viewers about what Paradise Park Atlanta is all about?
Oh gosh, Paradise Park Atlanta is a dream that came out of my own wellness journey. I love to call it a wellness wonderland. It is an 8-acre riverfront estate, 25 minutes from downtown Atlanta. And it is just a place for wellness immersion, rejuvenation, reset. And we incorporate wellness activities that touch a person from, we call it the 3 pathways, internally, externally, and the environment. So that's what it's about.
No, I love how intentional you are about wellness. This is a safe space. And so I got the tour earlier and I was more than over the moon about what I'd seen. And I was telling Whitney off camera, like, I'm so glad that Black women have a space to go to like this. I mean, I thought, and I'll say this, and, you know, I don't know if I get backlash or whatever, but I got to be authentic. I thought it was like one of those spaces that you see that aren't accessible to us. You know what I mean? Unless you have like booked $1 million worth of time or, you know, and you have the yoga space, you have the kitchen space. I saw the bungalows.
Yeah, the cabanas.
The cabanas. Yeah. And I'm like, you are so intentional about wellness. Can you talk to the viewers about intentional about including a space that has value for Black women in this space and pouring into Black women?
Yeah, you know, I heard someone say that there are many words that come to mind when you think about Black women. You know, they're strong, they're resilient, they're beautiful, they're amazing. But one word we will not use is relax.
Okay.
Right? As Black women, we take pride in being able to do it all for everyone. Right? All the time.
And we put ourselves last.
And we, I don't know what it is. We have this selflessness about us, which is beautiful, but who's going to do it when you're not here?
Come on now. Come on, queen.
And it's about also not only leaving a legacy of wealth, but leaving a legacy of wellness. You know, I love the fact that my sons, they know how to get hydrated. They know how to get herbs. They know how to even garden and farm and grow food, you know. That's a legacy of wellness.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, I can appreciate that. And one of the things I loved in this space was all of the natural materials. And then I later found out that you're a farmer. What has your farmer journey been like? Because that's awesome. That's really incredible.
Let me tell you something. Growing food is so enlightening. Growing food is a self-healing experience because we have a delusion a little bit that our food comes from the grocery store. It's just in the grocery store.
Right.
It doesn't come from the grocery store. And when we're next to our food and we're touching the food and we're eating the food, there's something self-affirming about that. There's something empowering and it gives you confidence. All summer, I ate from the garden without really going to the grocery store. And now that it's cooler and I'm mastering the art of growing everything in the winter, but I was a little lost. Like, I'm not really interested in going into the grocery store that much. So my journey with farming started with me just saying, overcoming my doubts, knowing that it was my right to grow food. It was my privilege to grow food, that there's no shortage of food or water. It's coming out of the sky, it's coming out of the ground. And saying, take the seed and put it in the ground. I kept hearing people on YouTube, Instagram,
just do it.
Take the seed,
put it in the ground.
Put it in the ground. Put some water on. I'm like, it can't be that simple. No, take the seed,
put it in the
ground. Put it in the ground. And so it started like that.
Wow. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Now I've got a mini jungle at Paradise Park.
Right. No, it starts with one seed.
Mm-hmm.
And now look, it's a garden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, Savannah, I want to ask you, what type of events do you host here at Paradise Park Atlanta?
So Paradise Park, we have signature wellness immersion experiences. They're like retreats, but it's an actual program that focuses on wellness from our holistic system that we apply. So we have those by appointment at your convenience. A lot of our guests are busy executives. They are people who are highly productive. So they desire something that can work with their schedule. So call us up. We'll set up a day of wellness immersion for a transformational holistic living experience. So sometimes you have to just get in it. You know what you need to do as far as holistic living, but there's so much going on. You need support. And so people come here to dive deep into wellness that will transform them. Again, we focus on things like improving circulation, reducing inflammation in the body, resetting your wellness system and programs. So those are the types of things we do. And we also offer for our members, we do offer an exclusive membership. It's a limited capacity on it, but we have our featured partners, our wellness professionals that do everything from culinary experiences, nutrition, and cooking demos, like Chef Whitney from Eat Bless and Prosper.
Shout out to Chef Whitney.
Yes, Chef Whitney comes in. She gets the food from the farm, and she provides nutrient-dense, gourmet vegan cuisine for our guests. And then we have our Thai stretch massage professional. She operates in Thai stretch, just getting all of the toxins, emotions out of the muscles, so you can go out here and be on podiums and stages across the world without those toxins in your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And then we have Hannah, who is, we call her the body oracle. She does body work, which is like acupuncture, cupping, ear candling. She offers Chinese medicine, herbs, and things like that. And we also have an esthetician that goes very deep in the facial structure, okay? Don't think she's just gonna pat your face, okay? She's gonna go in and drain. You know, we need to drain from our face. You get puffy face, puffy eyes. You know, she'll work through all of that. And it also tightens and brightens and uplifts the skin, what she does. And then we focus on the mindfulness, like sound therapy, guided reflection. I mean, so we do a lot, right?
Yeah, no, you guys got something for everyone. And I have a transparency moment for you. When we were driving up, I looked around as we were driving up the driveway, and I thought how grand the driveway looked, just visually appealing. And then I looked over. And so I struggle with anxiety when I'm meeting new people. Sometimes I don't mind being transparent about it. I accepted it about myself. And I looked over and saw the water. Water is something that has always calmed me. The sound of water, the sound, like the look of it just flowing. And immediately, like for my mental health, it interrupted the anxiety. I immediately began to feel gratitude. And so even just visually, the aesthetic of this space, it has like an undertone of healing for mental health as well. Was that intentional? Did you know you were doing that? Or
because that's one of our 3 pathways in our holistic system is environment, right? Nature immersion, nature as a backdrop. You know, again, we think that we're in nature, but we're actually of nature. We're directly connected to nature. And just like a phone that gets away from the battery for too long, eventually it's gonna, you know, I don't want to say die out, but die out. Right. So it's very important for us to be in nature because there's so much that equips us and empowers us in nature. Like the trees are emitting phytoncides. I don't know if you ever heard this. The trees emit phytoncides. And when you breathe that in, it enhances the activity of natural killer cells. Those are the cells that attack tumors and things in the body. And being in nature in a forest type area for 3 hours can enhance the immune system for up to 30 days.
Okay.
And this was tested with groups of people walking through the forest and then walking through the city. Their blood was drawn and they saw these effects.
Wow. So you got to get outside and get a walk around nature. And as you're breathing it in, you don't even know that you're beginning to decompress. You feel calmer and you don't know why. And it's because of that.
Yes.
If you're in the forest, if you're in the trees, if you're around nature, if you see a bird, it's like, okay, I thought I was depressed. I just needed to walk around
because
Paradise Park.
Yeah, I mean, because it is a medicine. I mean, it's lowering cortisol, it's reducing stress and anxiety. We forget a lot of times that 90% of all illnesses are attributed to stress. Stress could be from 1 second to several hours, you know. Right now, our stressors are, oh, I got that email. Oh, I was supposed to return that email. Bam, cortisol levels are up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I forgot to text somebody back.
Yeah, I need to put that on my
get
calendar.
To the store. Right,
you know,
right.
Oh my God, let me look at the views on my IG. You know, it's just like constant. So our nervous systems can be heavily overworked. So, you know, we see people experiencing adrenal fatigue and things like that, endocrine disruptors, and just a lot of that's in our new world. So we have to adapt to a new world that we're in.
Yes,
you know,
sometimes it feels unnatural.
Yeah, everything is very different than, you know, when we were younger. And I don't want to date myself or you, but when people would call you if you wasn't home, we just had to come back and get that call later. You know what I'm saying? They have to call back or not. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah.
The TV went off. At a certain time, it just went off.
Yeah. You know, and you start over the next day. And I think that's what I love about this space is that, like, it's calming. I always tell my friends, like, okay, what are you doing to protect your nervous system?
Yes.
And I feel so safe. And I think my nervous system feels safe in this space. I don't know if you prayed over to have your grandma come in and pray over this space, but it's really like, sometimes with me, words aren't enough. I go with energy first, or feeling, or if my nervous system is disrupted, or if I get the chill bumps. And I'm like, okay, this space, I feel safe. In this space, and my nervous system feels protected.
Exactly. I mean, we were talking about stylists before, and I love a good stylist, but sometimes we got to style on the inside. We got to style these organs. We got to style this liver. It's not stylish to be on dialysis every week. I mean, God,
and taking medications.
Thank God for those who, you know, can use that as, you know, to prolong their lives. But we are fulfilling a legacy. My mission is to inspire women, thereby families, to fulfill their legacy by engaging in holistic living practices. My grandfather, amazing man. He from Cleveland, Ohio. He worked in the steel mills. He, you know, ran a few numbers every now and then.
Hey,
but
it happens. Yeah.
But Granddaddy had the biggest house I had ever seen. It had to be at least 3 acres. But when he had that brain tumor and they did brain surgery on him, I approached Granddaddy in his big grand living room, looking over his big picture window over his big old beautiful lawn, and he was vacant. He was gone. You know what I'm saying? It took everything out of him. And so that's why we got to just focus on the wellness. I wish my grandfather could have given me the wisdom to tell me how he survived migrating from Mississippi to Cleveland. How did he survive working in the steel mills? He was the first one to introduce us to bonds and stocks and things like that. How did he get that knowledge? I'll never know, because he wasn't able to fully fulfill his destiny. But in a sense, he keeps me going, because like I said, his backyard, we would go back there and look. Now I look at this backyard at Paradise Park.
I can see you now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just know he's smiling down. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm smiling. I'm just sitting around. I want to hug you. Like, thank you for what you envisioned, you brought to life. It went from my idea to action to happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I love that you're so ambitious in that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and so thank you so much for sitting here talking to me today. And how can viewers support the movement on social media? Yeah,
absolutely. So I love to have people go to our IG at Paradise Park ATL, where we kind of show the journeys, the wellness journeys of people who have been here. And then our website, paradiseslife.net, we have a myriad of services from memberships to our signature day retreats available. and online programs. So if you're not in Atlanta right now, we have online programs for you. We have Chef Whitney online to talk about cooking and all of that. So yeah, those are the two primary places.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to keep checking in with you,
Thank you.
and we'll be back, definitely.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yes, and so thank you so much. You are such a powerful queen, and I'm just so glad to know you now.
Yes,
I'm so glad.
Yes.
You're going to get tired of me.
No,
you know.
I won't, because I feel the same way about you.
I appreciate you, Queen. I bow to you. Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you, and thank you for tuning in to the Queen's Address. Peace King, Peace Queen.